Hey guys, this is Zach here, and I am back with a new video. So, Mattel, the guys that make Battle Claw, they actually decided to send me some more stuff to show you guys. So this time they sent me these KamiGami robots. I should show you the packaging over there. So I had never heard of these things before. Basically, after the Battle Claw video, Mattel wanted to know if they wanted me to review anything else for them, and I said of course. So I went to the website, looked at all of their stuff they have available, and I saw these things, and I've never heard of these things before. And they really caught my eye because, first of all, I love beetles, so we'll get into that later. But you can see kind of on the package back here, they're robots, but everything else you fold and snap together to make what you see here. And then you can see on the box there that there's an app for it. And really quickly, we'll just move them to the side so you can see the back of the box. So you punch out all the pieces, you build the robot, you connect it to your phone, you can program it. It's kind of like the Lego Boost or really any of those really simple programming things for robots that you use with your phone, all those kinds of toys. You basically just drag and drop tiles into it and it goes left to right and does what you tell it to do. Or you can just use it like a remote control, and you can actually control it, and it can run around. It has different colored lights. It has IR sensors on it, so you can shoot other bugs in battle. It's really cool. I didn't know it did half of those things until I actually got it. So I was super intrigued by these, and I originally just asked for one because I didn't know you could actually battle them, and I saw a little commercial for them and saw you could battle them, so I had to ask them for two. So we have two here. So the ones we have today is Terrix and Scarax, I think. There's a bunch of different ones you can get. They're all bugs, I'm pretty sure. I think technically one's like almost a horseshoe crab and scorpion, technically a bug? I can't remember. But they do have beetles, and the beetles are really what got me because I love Japanese beetles, like stag beetles, rhinoceros beetles, Komodo beetles. Those are so cool to me. True story, when I was much younger, I tried to order a rhinoceros beetle from eBay to keep it as a pet, and that obviously did not work. Anyways, I obviously already have one built. Because when I first got these, I didn't have my computer at the time, and I couldn't wait to put one together, so I put one together so I could know a little bit more about it before I start making a video about it, and I am super impressed with this thing. So in this video, I'm going to show off Tareq here and all the things he can do. I'm going to show you opening Scarax up here, and then I'll show you all the things he can do. And I'm going to have a separate video of me actually putting together Scarax. So if you want to see how these things actually go together, there'll be a separate video you can watch. There'll be a link, probably up here, hopefully, that you can go watch there. I'm just not going to put it in this video because that would take up way too much time. So let's get these boxes out of the way. And let's take a look at Terrix real quick. So he is a stag or a quagga, don't know exactly which one, beetle. So the way this thing actually works is you can see this plastic part in the middle here. That's actually the robot itself. It's got a clear top. I'll show you what it looks like when we open up Scarax. But everything else is plastic. And it's all plastic that you have to fold yourself. And then all these little round bits you see here, those are literally pin rivets. If you guys have ever seen those before, like they use on cars and like making suits of armor and other like big machinery stuff, that's what these are. They're pin rivets. You push them together and they forever like secure these two things. Once you put this together, there's no way to take it back apart. Just to show you how crazy this is. All of these black parts you see underneath him, his whole leg contraption here, was this. It was literally a flat piece of plastic. And there's softer bits of plastic in some spots so it can hinge and move. So that's why these legs can actually kind of rotate and move around. But it's thick, really heavy-duty plastic. I was expecting it to be like cardboard or paper because it's supposed to be like origami, you know? But no, this is actually way, way better. And it's, if you've ever done papercraft and you have to like carefully peel off pieces, you have to make sure not to rip it, because if you rip it, it tears the whole thing and it's a huge mess. That's not this at all. Once you pop it off, like there's no extra piece hanging off or anything. It is super tough and heavy duty, but of course don't just try and rip it out, because you'll probably rip something you're not supposed to. But, you know, just be careful with it, and it works great. And then for all of his colored pieces on top, there was this one. So this is a much thinner plastic. This is much thicker. Like, you can probably just see the difference there. This had all of his shell pieces, and that's what you put on last to actually give him his color and everything. And then inside the box, you also get a little micro USB charging cable. These don't take batteries; they have a rechargeable battery inside, so that's super good. And you get a quick start guide, and this is hilarious. So you download the app, connect it by turning on the robot, build it, play. That's your guide. KamiGami robots. So here's all, this shows you how to charge it on the back. There is all of the different robots you can get. So I need that one and that one. I need to have those, because these two are actually my favorite kind of beetles. I love stag beetles, but that the Kabuto is definitely my favorite, and the rhinoceros, I think it's rhinoceros one, is definitely my favorite too. They're all cool. I never noticed the ladybug before, and that's hilarious. That does not fit with these other ones. Maybe it fits with the little guy there. But yeah, that's the entire instructions that you get inside. You get nothing else inside. The instructions are on the app itself. And the app is free for Android and Google. Just for Android and Google. For Apple and Google and Android. You go download it, you connect it with Bluetooth, and you pick which robot you have, and it gives you the instructions step by step on how to put it together. The instructions are pretty easy to follow. There was a couple of spots where I had to pinch to zoom in to actually see what it was telling me to do. But really, the pieces only fold one way, so it's not that crazy difficult. So let's actually just take a look at him really quick. They're a lot bigger than I thought they were going to be, too. So he has red shell on top, he's got his pincers, and if you can actually see, it's really hard to see, but whoop, that little spot right there, that little spot right there, those little yellow spots, those are actually his eyes. That's actually where they are on the beetle. It's weird. He has the little sensor here for the IR stuff. There's another one in the back. That's the port to plug in to charge him. And then you have just the red power button right there. And that's all there is to it, basically. It's really hard to tell on camera how complicated all of this is in there. But you can kind of see it all moving. That's just all moving by a little wheel in the back that the back leg attaches to. And it does this entire thing. And this thing goes. It goes really fast. And I expected it to not work well on my carpet because it's kind of thicker. And it actually almost works better on carpet. I have a corgi, which you guys have probably seen before, and he sheds a lot. So hair gets trapped in the legs a lot. But that's, you know, vacuum your house, and you should be good. But on that kitchen tile, it works great. He skips a lot. So just having him by himself, he doesn't do anything at all. So if you push the button to turn him on, he lights up red saying he's not connected, and that's all he does. You can't do anything without the app. So I'm going to get the app loaded up. First, I should actually probably turn my Bluetooth on. So I've already connected him before, so it just lets me reconnect up here. And he turns green, and he's connected, and that's it. So you have a couple different things you can click on when you have this open. You can hit run, and then there is your joystick to move him. It has his health. If you're doing a battle or something, it'll show how much damage he's taken. It has the speedometer to show how fast he's going. And a cool thing, that little triangle right there, watch this. It's a compass. It actually shows you which way he's pointing. It's not really in relation to your phone or anything, but just the fact that it does that is really cool to me. And then in the run mode, you have a little button to change the light. I have the sound turned down. I forgot about that. There we go. So you can change the color of his light. Doesn't really do anything else except change his color. And then this is going to be loud, but if you use the joystick, he walks. To the weird on my little reviewing area here because it's kind of curved, so he doesn't really want to walk very well, and I'm also doing it slow. But if I just hold him up for you, you can see you can go, it actually gradually increases, so if you start slow, that's slow, then you can go faster, and faster, and faster, and faster, till you get all the way to full speed, which is that. Which on my camera is just a blur. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And that's just all little plastic feet that's doing all this, and it works like surprisingly well. Turning works really good. It's so much fun. Okay, here we are in my kitchen, and it's very dirty, so don't mind that. It's also very dark in here, so he looks a lot brighter than he actually is. And one thing I wanted to point out that I forgot to mention in the video is you actually turn this up so you can just use it one-handed. So here we can go forward a little bit. Back a little bit. You can turn left and right. And then you can go a little bit faster. So these are different things you can do in the run mode. It's like a short dash and like a long dash, and I'll cut to me showing that. So that's the run mode. If we go back to... Oh, we got an achievement. Apparently I've walked 455 feet altogether. That's pretty cool. And then dance mode has a joystick like normal. But he has 3 different dances he can do. He can do a figure 8 dance, he can do a literal square dance, or he can do a little disco dance. I'll show that real quick. So that's his dancing. And then tag is pretty fun. I can't really show it off here because I haven't built the other one yet. But you just get the joystick to move, and then if you push the button, you shoot. And the sound's coming from my phone, not the robot. So I think in this mode it's 4 tags. Yeah, if you get hit 4 times, you lose. So you tag with another person playing with their robot. Battle is the same thing, basically, except it has a different sound for the gun. You can also heal yourself, and you can also shield yourself for a couple of seconds. And we'll have to look at that when I get the other one built. And the last thing you can do is code. So this is the thing you were showing off on the back of the box. So you have motors, lights, and sounds. So I can have him go forward, and then I can have him go back, and then I can have him go red, then go blue, make a laser noise, and then make a bell noise. Alright, let's see what happens. That was really fast. I've actually never played with that before. So I guess you could do one more action? Oh, maybe you can just keep going. Oh, okay, I guess so. Oh, there's also more lights you could do. Cool, so let's try it again. So it runs through that really fast, but you can just keep going however you want to. So they can go, turn, go. You can set up a maze for them if you want to and see if you can code your way through it. That's pretty fun. So that's basically all you can do with a single one, but we're going to get Scarax in here, get him opened up. I'm going to build him, and we're going to take a look at him real quick. And just to show you guys, you can actually turn it off from your phone. There he goes. Pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to get Scarax opened up here. And he's going to be completely different to the one I already built, because he's very different shape than my beetle I built already. So this is going to be interesting. It may take longer than I thought. So when you open this guy up, on top you have all the pieces to punch out and make them. And then you have the robot, the pins, and the charge cable, and that's all you get. There's a bunch of pins. You do get a few extra ones in case you lose one because they are pretty tiny, so you've got all those in there. Got your charging cable, like I said. And then this is actually the robot itself. So that's all it is. It kind of looks like a really, really big hex bug, if you guys know what those are. So that's the back, the front with a little sensor, and then the two little wheels. And that's it. It's the entire thing. Little button on to turn it on and off. And it does come pre-charged, so it turns on by itself. And you can hold the button and turn it off. So let's see what his pieces look like here. So it's probably going to be 2 pieces, just like Terrix. Looks like it. Yep. So you get the same little quick start guide, which basically tells you to open the app. Thanks. So here's the actual pieces before you punch it out. And that looks, I think, identical to the one that came with Terrix. So at least this part is exactly the same. But he has a lot more shell pieces. Terrix only had 3. He had his head, his back, and the little area connecting them, basically. He's got a lot more. He's got to make his tail, and his pincers, and his back, and his head, and his torso. Yeah, this is going to be a lot more involved than I thought. So, let's get the app out. So I think we have to first disconnect him. Yep, so now it's fresh, just like you just opened the app. So we'll push the button to sync it up. And new robot. And there you go. So it doesn't actually know which robot is which. You have to tell it which one you want that this robot actually is. So we need to say this is Scarax. Oh, then hit the arrow. And you can have a name for him, which is pretty funny. I just saw one I like. Buggy McBugface, that's his name. Alright, so now you have the instructions. So I'm going to turn him off so we don't drain the battery. And then I'm going to build this guy real quick. So if you guys want to see me build it, hit the little eye up there to go to the video of me building it. Otherwise, we'll take a look at it in a second. Alright, so here is Scarax all built and put together. It's actually pretty cool. I hate scorpions, but this is a really cool design. I like that his tail is movable. I like how his little pincers can open and close. I think I really like his eyes. Because of they're just little slits, the light comes through, so you can actually, you can just make him pure evil if you want to. Just have red showing through. The chassis, the leg part is the exact same as the beetle. I'm assuming the legs are the same on all of these guys, but you can see the top is just completely different, and I really just want to like watch these two fight. But yeah, he runs like a doofus. His little pincers flap around, and his tail, because he's constantly like bobbing up and down, his tail I think is always just gonna slink down. It's always to the angle too, but it looks great. So let's see how he runs around and dances and all that stuff. Alright, I think that is it for this video. Thank you again, Mattel, for sending me these. These guys are super cool. I would really want to check out the other ones. I really want the other beetles, just because I love beetles, and having a robot beetle that you build and it can fight other beetles is the coolest thing to me. So I might be looking at more in the future. I would love to look at more. But I'll have one more video after this of, I'll show me and Kat playing with these things so you can see how they fight. You can do sumo with them, and you can race them, you can do all kinds of stuff with them. That's going to be a different video. That's it for this video. I'll have those links to the videos for building Scarax and for the battling in the description. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Any questions or comments, of course, let me know. And as always, have a nice day, guys.